Welcome, children. Gather around the Spotify and the YouTubes.
Do you like our new corner?
It's beautiful.
It's very blue.
Yeah,
I
very blue.
like it. So you don't, suck it up. It just seems quiet outside, so I'm just trying to be like, what's going on, you know me?
Yeah. What is going on?
Because it's still early.
Is it early?
It's still kind of early. People don't go out until like 9, 8, 10, 9, 10.
Yeah.
We might go dancing, but I don't know yet. Depends on
How
how
we
this
f-
sleepy town.
how we feel after this.
If you guys want to come with us,
Yeah, come join us. Be fun. Um,
we are fun. Excuse me.
yeah, I didn't say we weren't. We're talking about grief today, and it's a heavy topic, but it doesn't mean that we can't enjoy ourselves as we talk, I guess.
Grief can be very motivational.
Yeah? In what way?
I mean, if you don't want to, if you try not to think of it as like sadness, sad. I know it's. I don't know. You just have to change your way of thinking. I mean, yeah, like grief. Yeah, you're sad. Because let's say you lost someone and yeah, you're yearning. You're longing for something that you can't have anymore, right?
I think that's a part of it, yeah.
Yeah.
No, that makes sense to me. I haven't thought about it like that as considered yearning. That's interesting.
Yeah, because you lost someone you love. You don't have them anymore. You're never gonna see them again, so you're yearning for that. You're longing for the touch, to see them again. See, I'm trying to make this light, people.
I think it's really interesting how everybody handles grief and
Certainly, yeah,
what grief looks like for everybody, right?
yeah,
And I think it doesn't have to be just because someone passed away. I think you can even have grief for like who you used to be.
yeah.
I think that's a big one.
That's different kind of grief. Yeah, some people, or for people that not going through grief. People that are going through grief. I mean, everyone deals with it differently.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've ever. No, actually, I've had grief
I would
myself.
say in general, I think most of us have gone through
Kind of.
some kind of grief.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I think also it doesn't have to be, like I said, it doesn't have to be death related, you know?
Yeah, it could be like a breakup. Could be loss of friendship. I don't know.
Even
Lose a
as a
friend.
kid, like if you lose your favorite toy or something,
Yeah,
it's
like something that you love.
yeah, some semblance of it. I think it's a lot of like self-discovery. We learn a lot about ourselves when we go through it because then we figure out how we deal with it and what makes us, I don't know.
Us
Yeah, what makes us us.
or
Yeah.
stronger or whatever.
Yeah.
It's a journey.
It's
It's
definitely a
discovering
journey. Um,
yourself.
it's a long, tumultuous journey, but if everyone, I think, talks about it a little bit more in a more open-hearted kind of way, it might feel a little bit easier.
Yeah.
And I know with psychology, they say there are stages of grief, but it's not like you hit one and then you hit the other, right? It's always like sometimes one comes in and the other one comes out. Do you know what I mean?
I mean, yeah, I think there's different, stages like a denial, right? Acceptance and
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, there's anger, bargaining, all that stuff in
So
between
yeah.
too. But I think it depends on,
I'm not a psychologist. I did study psychology a little bit in college, but I never finished.
yeah, neither of us have ever claimed to be experts on anything. Okay. This is us talking
Yeah,
about it
don't
as
come at
human
us.
beings. Yeah.
Just from
Um,
our experiences.
yeah. And, I had talked about it a lot with friends because I've gone through, I mean, listen, I know everyone has, but I'm expressing it from my experience. This year has been kind of rough, on multiple levels. And I think grief has been kind of a through line for my 2024. And I know it's all over the world right now. But I think, realizing that it looks different. So just because somebody feels happy or peppy one day doesn't mean they're not going through it.
Yeah.
And it's heavy, you know? And it looks sometimes, we get manic and we go through this period where we create a lot of art or paint or draw or do all these crazy things. And then another period where we're just like a giant lump in the bed and don't do anything. And other
Depression.
times, yeah, yeah. And then other times where we decide we want to go out and party like all the time and, try and
Yeah,
get our
everyone
minds off things.
copes differently.
How do you feel that you've dealt with grief in your life?
I think I keep things to myself a lot.
Hmm.
Sometimes, like I would like I would find something to distract myself because I don't want to think about it.
Yeah.
But 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 I mean, it's always in the back of my head somewhere in there. And when I'm alone, then I don't know. It's
We don't have to talk about it. But
it's hard. But yeah, most of the time I think I keep a lot of things to myself. And I'll deal with it. I'll sit with it. I'll try to work it out work it out with myself. It's yeah, and then for a little bit, and then I don't know. I try to snap out of it.
you're trying not to think about it right now.
It's getting hot in here. Woo!
I think for me, it depends on what the situation is that I deal
Yeah,
with it. For some folks out there, they know, but I went through a divorce this past year and, it was amicable, but, it's bittersweet. There's still like
yeah.
a loss of something, loss of my old self, loss of somebody I was with for ages. And
Not every loss is a bad thing though.
right, because I have like come into myself a lot more since it's happened and I've discovered a lot more things about myself that I like and nothing against my ex or anything. It just is what happened. But I realized after my divorce, the way I handled it was different than how I would have handled it 10 years ago. That instead of going into this binge drinking weekend where I'm trying to pretend it didn't exist or didn't happen, I kind of let myself sit with it and
Yeah,
I thought about it and I let myself grieve. I let myself feel anytime I was like I needed to feel the feelings, I let myself feel the feelings.
yeah. Then you have to allow yourself to grieve.
Yeah. Otherwise it'll come back stronger later. I mean, I still have pockets to this day, but I don't think it's as strong as it would have been if I hadn't approached it head on.
Yeah. I think it's just I mean I don't know. I don't I mean I have family members and that people that I know passed away, but I don't think about it too much.
I don't think I really thought about it too much until I mean this year. Well, that's not true. I thought about it before, but I think where the stage of life I was in, it was a little bit different than I am now, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I was driving, this sounds really morbid. I was driving to work one day, and I love all my friends and family and I've met a lot of wonderful people in my life, and I realized that the more people I know, the more grief I will experience in life. Whether
Yeah.
it's heartbreak, the loss of a friend, or somebody passes, and part of me was like, well, that's a really fucked up thought, Judy. Why did you think of this? Like on your way to work on a Tuesday morning or whatever. But,
Yeah.
it popped up and it's a fact. Everybody,
Yeah, we're gonna get there eventually.
we're gonna
We're gonna
die.
lose people
Yeah.
sooner or later.
Hopefully later.
Um,
Oh.
if we're lucky. I'm trying not. I mean, I guess just not like maybe trying to live in the present more. I mean, yeah, of course we're all gonna die, so it's like,
Like, yeah, you
what's
can't
the
do
point?
anything about
Yeah,
it.
what's the
Yeah.
point of worrying about it? That we can't control it, so I might as well just again like enjoy the people you have right now, enjoy ourselves, enjoy the things, and yeah,
And we
try to
try.
be
I mean, I know sometimes it's hard for us to do that when, there's
things keep
stressors.
coming. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
But we do try our best
yeah.
to
But it's
to
just
be
it's
present. Yeah.
yeah, it's just, when you think so much, like I tell myself to, when you think too much and try to think about the future, which you have to, because you're trying to figure out how's your life's gonna be and where you're gonna be and all that stuff is stressful. But again, it's like, what's good gonna come out of it? You can't so much that you can control. No, yeah, yeah. Like I mean, because you said like, oh, when you know a lot of people that you're gonna have to deal with a lot of
Yeah.
and.
I think,
We're all gonna die anyway,
yeah,
so
when it came up in my brain, it wasn't a stressor. It was more of a, oh,
yeah,
okay,
like it's gonna happen.
all right.
Yeah.
Like, I never, and now here it is, and that's okay. And I think that's also why, like, as soon as I moved out here, I made it a point to be in contact with as many people as I could, you know?
Yeah.
And I mean, I've been busy like almost every single day just trying to meet up with people for dinner. Like,
Yeah.
let's go see a movie. How are you doing? Reach out this year in particular. And it's not that I've never done it before, but I think in this year I was more adamant about putting my foot down with my boundaries
Yeah.
with things and being more vocal about it because it's so necessary to be clear and concise when you're like, I don't want this, and either you respect me enough to listen or you don't, and then we don't have to talk anymore.
Yeah.
Now we have to figure out if we have the ability to sift through those feelings and whether or not we trust ourselves enough to know that we can heal
Yeah.
and if we can move forward from it. And just being understanding and giving yourself grace too with the time and effort that you need to make sure that you're okay.
To make sure that you're okay.
Yeah. Yep. Because it's hard. And I know we've talked in the past about our family background and everything, being from Vietnam and stuff, and boy, that our parents' generation and even my siblings immigrating to the States and stuff, there's tons of trauma with that and lots of Vietnamese American folk out here who have passed down a lot of
Their
generational,
traumas
yeah, the
instead
generational
of land and trust
and
funds.
money.
Just kidding. Not.
Yeah,
And here's money.
yeah, I don't want generational trauma. Like, is there a
No, but we can
checkbox?
break it. We don't pass
Working
it
on
on.
it.
Yeah.
That's why we're doing this.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not the only reason why, but it helps that we have this platform where we can talk about stuff.
We do this because we like each other. I'm a little weird today,
That's okay.
but it's okay. I have my days.
It's okay.
Honestly, I think faith is what keeps me going still.
Faith in what?
Faith, hope.
Mm,
Also, I don't give up easily, so I'm too stubborn.
high five. Me too. Wait, hand hug.
Uh, I was like, am I doing it wrong?
They're hugging.
It's
They're like, hello.
faith. You gotta have faith, persistence,
Perseverance too.
resilience.
Tenacity. All of it. Like, you got to push through, right? And I think the other thing too is remembering that there's a solution to everything, or at least trying to instill that in yourself that there is a solution to everything. Because as soon as you go, I can't, you give
Yeah.
up. And
Yeah.
then, I don't know, that sounds so like foo foo,
No, it's not.
but it's just like that's how we got here at a certain point. Like when we started this podcast, neither of us really knew anything about it.
Yeah, we just wanted to do this to
Yeah.
have fun.
And we stumbled on all of the things like
We're still learning.
yeah, of course. And obviously we're learning enough where we're like, okay, let's change something here, let's change something there.
I
And
do like the new corner though.
it's a nice corner, yes.
Wow, that was loud. As you can tell, I'm very excited.
Well, the way you said that was, as you can tell, I was very excited.
Deadpan.
I know. That's what made it funny.
Yeah, resilience. You learn as you go.
And that's coinciding with, I guess, grief, like
Yeah.
loss. You find out who those people are in your life,
Yeah.
whether they're there and they're happy for you during your happy
Yeah.
moments.
Yeah.
Because that's just as important if they're there for you when you're in your low moments.
Yeah.
But you can also tell, and I'm sure you've experienced this too, when you're at your lowest, you can tell when people just go and disappear. Yeah.
Boy, have I been there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Even family.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. When you hit rock bottom, then you know who your real friends are, who your people are. Yeah. Even family don't mean shit. Yeah. Like I said, when I was sick, like I was very ill. I got like autoimmune. But anyway, honestly, I think I was very traumatized. Traumatized. Yeah, I think during that time it was. I think that was like the lowest point in my life. it was hell on earth. I didn't even
Mm.
know hell existed until I was in that period of time in my life. I was very alone. No one, no family, even some family knew, but they were really nasty to me. It's just jealousy. But
But
yeah,
you were sick. Why were they jealous?
because they don't like me.
That's so shitty.
Yeah, they don't like me. They don't. And one of them sounds terrible talking about your family like this, but yeah, one of them, she was like, "Well, everyone has their own destiny. Maybe that's your destiny to be blind." Yes, I was blind, people, for a bit, but yeah, she like I remember like I couldn't see. I was very depressed because like I was fucking freaking out. I was and every day I was like, okay, every day I would hope like, oh, my sight would come back anytime. Like I didn't want to give up, but it was at the same time it was very depressing.
Yeah.
And I was sitting on a swing outside of my house, and it was just very sad. I would cry like every second. She would come over and she's like, "Oh, you're still sick?" And I was like, "Yeah." And she was like, "You're still blind?" I was like, "Yeah." And then she said, "Oh, it's that saying in
So,
Vietnamese like every shoe has a size, like something like that.
can you say it in Vietnamese?
Yeah, yep, có số,
Yeah.
something like that. And she's like, anyway, so she's like, oh, maybe that's your faith, I mean, that's your destiny.
Destiny.
And if you know me, I can be very feisty, and I can be like, if like if I wasn't sick, and
Mm.
she said that to me, I would be like,
Yeah.
but I think during that time, I was so sick and so depressed, and I didn't care about anything anymore in the world. I just wanted to see again. I just wanted my sight back, and like, I didn't care about anyone, nothing. So when she said that, I was, I mean,
Yeah.
I was very, but I was also very sad. I didn't. I was like, okay, you can say whatever you want. I didn't fight back. I didn't just. But it was still like really messed up. And then there was another sister. So after I got better, uh, I talked to her on the phone, and she was like, "Why didn't you?" She's like, "You don't call me ever to say hi, whatever." I don't remember what we were talking about. And then I said, "Call you." I was sick. I couldn't see. And then you know what she said?
Hmm.
She was like, "What? You were blind? Where? Where? I don't see it. You're still pretty. Where? I don't see you."
What does that have to do with blindness?
Yeah, just because like, oh, I'm still pretty, so it doesn't matter. Like if you're sick or not.
Oh
Like,
my
yeah,
gosh.
I was very like, yeah. She said that. I told my mom. My mom's like, I don't mind her, but I'm like, that's fucked up.
I mean, that's
Oh, I've had so many. I don't know what during that time. Like, it was a lot of people were. I don't know why they were kind of mean to me, but I didn't care. I didn't care. I only focused on myself because I didn't care anything about anything anymore. I just wanted to see the sky again, and like it was very, very, very painful, like physically, emotionally, mentally, because like you couldn't see, and it was very scary. Like
yeah.
you just, it was all darkness and just you and your thoughts. So I think people usually are very scared to, like to sit
Yeah.
alone with their thoughts.
Yeah. Because I think, first of all, I'm sorry that any of that happened. I know that you say you're like, I don't care 'cause when it happened and stuff, but
It's still
it
sad.
still
Yeah.
sticks with you.
Yeah,
And
yeah, of course, yeah.
like, you were going through a lot of stuff with your body, your health, and then like just wanting some sort of semblance of like love and care for someone to be like, hey, you'll be fine, you'll get better.
Yeah.
Dismissive, like, you'll be fine.
Yeah, yeah,
Like the
like actual
shit.
care. Yeah.
No, see, that's why I get so defensive of stuff, right? Because it's not fair. Like,
Yeah.
especially when you don't deserve it and somebody treats you like shit.
Yeah.
I do get defensive of you, just so you
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
So yeah, I speak up,
You just
do the thing. Yeah, but like you don't have to listen to it, right? You don't have to deal with it. But it gets thrown at you, and then what do you
yeah.
do? Anyway,
But at that point, I was like, again, like I said, I just wanted my health back. So I was like, okay, you can say whatever. You say whatever. I don't
yeah,
care.
so you were focusing on
I
your
just,
health.
and I was very, like very, very depressed. Oh my gosh. I couldn't walk. I couldn't, no, I was very painful. Like
Yeah.
my eyes, my body, I couldn't walk. I couldn't, my skin hurts. Everything. It's nerves pain. It's really hard to describe unless you, unless you have it. But
Did they ever figure out what it was, where it came from?
it's just like an autoimmune thing. It's my body just attack my optic nerve, and then it's just went out. But I mean, I can see now. I'm good.
She's healthy now.
I'm trying.
Healthier.
But it's yeah. I mean, during that time, I learned so much about myself. It was weird. I was kind of surprised because I don't like pain,
Yeah.
and I
I mean,
can't. I can't. No, some people have high pain
oh yeah.
tolerance. But during that time, I have to give myself props. Like I wasn't complaining at all. I think I just took it. I just like
Yeah.
it was very painful. You don't understand, like very, very painful. But I never complained. I cried a lot, but I never complained.
Do you think it's because it was all over? Like it wasn't just one central place that hurt, it was like your entire
No,
body.
everything.
That's what I'm saying. Because of the fact that it was everything, maybe you weren't really able, like, because it was all at once, it was like, okay, I guess I just got to deal with it. As opposed to like if you just had one broken arm, then you could complain or be upset, you know? Do you know what I'm
No, I think
asking?
it was just so intense,
Oh yeah.
and I was just so depressed. I didn't. I just took it like I don't know. I just dealt with it
Yeah.
until I got to the hospital, and I was like, okay, I'm so tired. Like, as in like mentally, emotionally. Like I'm so tired because we've tried everything
Mm-hmm.
and nothing worked. And I was like, okay, I'm here in the hospital. Do whatever you want to do with me. And I was just laying there in the MRI machine and just pray. Like I was praying the whole time.
Yeah.
And I was just like, okay, you can. I'm here. Do whatever. But I didn't want to give up, so I think that's why.
Good.
Like,
I'm glad you didn't
yeah,
give up.
no, I'm still here.
Yeah. Strong as ever.
Yeah, no. And then when you go through things, then you learn about yourself, and you're like, oh wow, I'm actually stronger than you give yourself credit for. So yeah,
Yeah.
that was the lowest point in my life. So I think I grieved for myself.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And your body and
yeah.
mm.
Then you really appreciate your body.
Now I've had pockets of super low moments in my life, and I don't really even know how to explain it so much. I don't think it was just like one hard, this is what happened. It was just a series of things that happened back to back that I was just like, okay, I guess it's another day for me. I can let myself cry this out for an hour and then wash off my face and get back to work, or I can hide from the world and do whatever. And I almost always choose the former, where I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna give myself a little space to go wash off my face, and then I'll go back to work like nothing happened and then go home in my the privacy of my own room. And I've had a lot of deaths happen over the course of my life. I mean, who hasn't? But I think I had a couple years where it was like back to back a couple people, and it was just like, that's cool. This is fine. Like, let's see how far I can stretch this grief meter before I have a breakdown somewhere. And yet, I still make the choice to be grateful and not bitter. Don't get me wrong, I still have moments of severe bitterness, but but for the most part, I do try to keep a rosier outlook in life. Not rosy like naive, just more like, okay, you know what? Even with adversity, I'm still choosing to go this way instead of the other way.
Yeah,
Because it's so much heavier to hold on to that tar, that heaviness, than it is to just be
yeah,
light as a feather and float through life and be like, I'm gonna go with the flow. Like, this is what
yeah.
happened.
Accept it and
Let's
move
move
on.
on. Yeah, let's continue. I think we all see it, and whether we choose to acknowledge it or ignore it, we see that a lot of people kind of go through their day-to-day lives as gray blobs. Like everyone's rushing to get from point A to point B.
Cute.
Yeah, blobs can be cute. We can be cute blobs and still be gray.
Good, beautiful sadness. There you go.
Oh, yeah. Beautiful sadness. Beautiful gray blobs of people going through life. So hopefully, we try to be intentional about, visiting our loved ones, friends
Mm,
or family, our chosen family or not. Just don't keep people or things in your life if it's not going to do you any better. And I don't mean that in an opportunistic way.
yeah, yeah, yeah. No,
You know,
no.
we mean that as what is the point of staying in contact with someone who's constantly making you feel like shit?
Yeah.
It's scary to let go or to be alone sometimes, but I think the thing is you have to have faith and confidence in yourself to know that you can do it.
Well, the root of all suffering is attachment.
Is it?
That's one of the causes. One of the
Really?
roots.
I didn't know that. Do you have more?
Does
I'm
that
curious
have more? Well, yeah.
to
I mean, when
explain
you
it.
attach to people, to things, and and then when you lose them, you hurt yourself. You get hurt. You feel hurt, and then you
Is it kind of like codependency? I'm trying to
kind
learn.
of.
It's like science.
It's
I'm like, what is this?
It's Buddhism.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense because
That
Buddhism,
makes
they get
sense.
rid of attachments, right? Sorry, I grew up in a very big household, and there was my dad's Buddhist, my mom is Catholic, and my sister is a Jehovah's Witness.
Okay.
So, first 12 years of my life, I would go to meetings and, holidays, we would have, the altar and we would, when I
Pray.
yeah, and then my mom, and here's my memory of it as a child. I'd wake up in the middle of the night because I was thirsty, and I'd go into the kitchen, and there would be like darkness, and then the red light from the altar with Buddha, and my mom's sitting in the corner, like doing her rosary, and I'm like, oh, because she's just like in the corner in this mask of darkness with this red light and doing the rosary. It was a good time. It was an interesting, weird time.
Was she praying? No. She was Catholic.
Yeah, she was Catholic.
No.
She was praying, but Catholic style.
Yeah. Catholic. You said when you said you and your ex-husband are totally different people now. What's changed
For
with
me,
you? Yeah.
for me, to backtrack a little bit, I just got out of a really verbally abusive relationship before I met my ex-husband, and I hadn't fully recovered or healed from that. And I was young. I think I was 25
Mm.
and, wasn't particularly willing to look inwards to figure out how to fix it. Like I thought I had to fix it in different ways than how I should have, like I could have gone to therapy.
Yeah.
I could have gone and, changed my eating habits, my sleeping habits, like my career choice, like actually put forth the effort to pursue my acting career at the time. But honestly, I was in such a rough place. I would have been broken after trying it. So I don't regret any of that. But I think because of the fact that I hadn't fully healed from that, entering into this marriage, I I didn't set boundaries for myself. I think I was too scared to because I was worried he was going to leave me at any point,
Mm.
which is funny to say. Because now that we're not together, he didn't leave me. We made the decision together, just so we're clear. I think what changed about me was and it wasn't even something big, and it wasn't really an epiphany. I think it was just there was a day where I woke up and made us breakfast, and I think I just realized I didn't know who I was anymore. I didn't know what I really liked. I mean, I knew, but I also didn't because I didn't stick to what I wanted. I did things based off of what he
So you
wanted.
lost yourself.
Yeah. And I wanted to find,
You again.
yeah. But I
Finish
knew,
your sentence.
no, that's okay. I mean, you're not wrong. But I knew that the person I was going to find again wasn't going to be the same one that entered the marriage.
Yeah.
It was like nearly 10 years. And, so much happens in 10 years at any age. I know I changed a lot because at that point I knew I needed to find what made Judy Judy,
Yeah.
what I love about myself, and my value and my self-worth based entirely on my opinion of myself. And it's still a journey. I'm still going through it. But it's kind of like one of those things where unless you're ready to do it, you're not going to do it, you know?
Right.
And I was ready. And unfortunately, it was a hard moment, a hard decision in life to open that door, to have that discussion because you're so used to your life being a certain way with someone for so
The routine.
long. Yeah. And even just the fact that this is somebody you love and care about. And it it sucks. It really sucks to let that person go. You know,
Yeah.
they were your best friend for so long. They know your inner workings, and the decision to do it was definitely not light,
Yeah.
but it was important for both of us. And obviously I can only speak for myself because he's his own person, and I only know what I felt and why I even opened up the door to that conversation in the first place. And it was definitely because I lost myself, and then I envisioned my life 30 years down the line and how I would feel, you know.
Yeah.
There were so many moments where I compromised my own morals and my own self to make someone else comfortable, not because he forced it. I did this by choice because I wanted to show him love the way that I wanted to show love, not necessarily how he needed to be shown love. And I think the understanding of that was in itself very heartbreaking because I knew that I could try. I could try my best to show it the way that he wanted to receive it, but that's just not how I function.
Do you think he compromised
He? I think he did.
to make you happy?
Yeah. I think he did to a degree. I mean,
But you felt like you did more.
internally, I think I did more. Just on my insides. Like mentally, I think I changed so many aspects of myself. And this isn't his fault, okay? I don't blame him for this
Yeah.
because I did it.
Because you wanted to.
Yeah. And I wanted to make him happy,
Happy.
but that didn't work out that way.
Right.
That's not how that works.
Yeah.
And it's unfortunate, but it's already happened and I can't change it now, you know. And I know he definitely put in effort and compromised certain things, like the way we communicated even. You know, I realized I put up walls a lot. And part of it is because of the way that I function is I'm a huge thinker, you know? Like
Yeah.
if something happens, I need a moment to really think about it, write it out. We've talked about this where I need to write it out
Yeah.
in order to get all my thoughts out and clear, and we both tried our best. And then when we came to the decision to separate, it did end up being better for both of us, you know?
Well, they say you love something,
You let it go.
let it go. If it comes back, don't take it back. That means no one wants it. Or it was on sale. I don't know.
That was really funny. No, I mean, yeah, I think it worked out for both of us in the end. And I'm very, I mean, I shouldn't say happy. I have my things. We all have things, right? But I do feel more at peace being by myself.
Yeah.
And making sure that I'm taking care of myself is a priority of mine, you know?
Yeah, and then someday you find someone that you can be at peace with.
Yeah, I'd really like that. And I realized too, past relationships I've had, there were many moments, and I remember distinctly in my brain being like, oh, I really don't like this, but uh, maybe if I switch this up, if I change this thing, it'll make
Yeah.
them feel
Different.
better. What I would really love for a future partnership is to be able to sit next to my future partner and not be overthinking and not be feeling like I'm doing something that's going to upset them.
Real love should comes naturally.
Yeah.
Shouldn't force it. Yeah.
Some peace, some symbiotic.
It should be easy.
Yeah, at least there's an ease to it, right? Where you don't feel like there will be fights,
Yeah, and
disagreements.
relationship takes. I mean, you gotta work for it,
Yeah.
but shouldn't have to force force it
Yeah.
or like feeling like you know have to give. I don't know, part of yourself, lose yourself.
Or put your love in a box. I mean, it's true. When you it's like you
You should
internally chip away at yourself.
Yeah, but that's yeah, but it shouldn't be like that. If
No,
you're
it
with the right
shouldn't.
person, yeah,
Yeah.
you should. be more of yourself.
Because if you chip away at yourself and you're trying to mold yourself into this other person's, perfect mate, that's never going to happen. And I can say this much about my marriage is that I did feel a good chunk of myself. Like I could be a good chunk of myself and I didn't feel judged
Yeah.
and I felt loved and cared for when I was that aspect of myself. We just, are such different people and moved down such different paths that this was the way that we needed to go. And it's sad. It was bittersweet, and I'm still dealing with some of the grief from that.
Yeah. Well, it's not meant to be.
Yeah. So we move on, right?
If it's meant to be, it will be.
Yeah, this meant to be. I hope that answered your question.
Good. Do you like yourself now?
I like myself a lot now, yeah.
That's good.
Hmm.
Well, we're still learning, we're still growing, we're still,
Yeah.
finding ourselves and becoming a better version.
Well, you ready to try our snacks?
Yes. Yeah, we're gonna eat now.
We are going to do a blend of things. It's gonna be ice cream with pickles. And then we're trying that Dua Lipa Diet Coke drink that she does with the jalapeno and pickle juice. All right, well,
Stay tuned, people.
yes, and thank you for talking with us about grief.
No, for listening.
Yeah, and for
I
listening.
know we've been yapping.
We've been talking. Do you want to talk? Here, you go ahead and share. We're gonna go get the snacks. Okay.
So I'm eating ice cream and pickles.
Yes. And I am doing the Dua Lipa thing with the Diet Coke, pickle juice, and jalapeno juice. Do you want to try it with the pickle juice first?
Fuck, girl.
All right, let's
Why so much?
because it's supposed to be mixed. You're supposed to taste it. Here, taste it.
You're killing me today.
Today.
Oh. All right.
So this is traumatizing to look at the shot glasses. Yeah? Wait, I want to try it with the pickle juice.
Whoa, hang on. Yo, this could be my new
Really?
favorite thing.
Are you about to take my
Wait,
drink?
what's that?
I'm like, are you about to take my drink?
No, wait, hang on. Is this Diet Coke or just regular?
It's regular Coke.
Can I take another sip?
Yeah.
Jackie has entered the wild side. Okay. Have you ever had plum?
Yeah. Oh.
It's like salty plum.
Yeah.
I like it, people.
Okay. Okay. Yes.
I like it.
I like it too.
It's good.
Okay, let's try it with the jalapeno too. I have a spoon. Let's just
Can I take a sip?
yeah.
My God. My God, Jackie is.
I like it a lot.
Oh, wow. No
It's
way.
not spicy though.
It's not spicy. Yeah, I don't think but it's good.
Yeah. It tastes like green, like that jalapeno green, kind of like a veggie, super veggie.
Okay, so it's not spicy.
It's not spicy. You want to try?
You should. It's good.
Okay, thanks, Dua Lipa.
I approve. Shit, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
It's like a sour, sweet, slightly savory flavor to the drink because of the whatever the brine is for the pickling for everything.
It's good, people. Just go try it.
Ooh.
All right, how do I do this?
Well, you could grab a pickle.
Can I just do pickle juice? Or do I have to put the pickle?
I don't know. It's up to you. I would take a bite of the pickle and a bit of ice cream.
Please use my hand. I wash my hands.
Yeah.
My hands are clean. Okay.
So flappy.
Um, so what I do? Eat a pickle, and then wait. So
It's
okay, hang on.
you, so it's fine.
Ah! I mean, I don't know anymore.
Wait, there's a side that has ice cream on it.
Oh, it's so. Ugh.
No? You want to spit it out? Okay, well, stop
Um,
eating it. All right, I'll take it. All right, all right. Okay.
it's not weird. I think you know what? You should add the juice.
No, this is weird.
It doesn't. It's you. I don't know. It's not.
It makes me think of salad dressing. I don't
It's
know what kind.
maybe it doesn't go with that ice cream. I don't
Maybe
know.
it's the ice cream. Maybe it needs
Yeah,
to be
maybe it
like
needs to be
vanilla
like
or
something.
something.
Yeah, that's good though. The drink,
Mm-hmm.
shit, that's just weird. Yeah, don't try that, people.
Hold on. That was perfect timing. Okay, well, the drink is delicious.
Oh, the drink.
This was weird, but we think that maybe if it was just plain vanilla ice cream, it might be okay. But this has
Is that
vanilla with
well?
cookie.
That's salted caramel
Yeah, something. Yeah,
cookie.
with cookies in it.
Yeah,
Because I didn't have any other type of.
'cause you don't really taste the pickles, right? Only when you bite it.
Yeah, and then it was the sweet from the ice cream that made it
But
weird.
it's not a good blend. Like it
Mm-mm.
doesn't.
Do you want more of
They
this?
don't go. That's that's good though. That's
Yeah,
good. I feel like I'm drunk.
of pickle juice.
I'm drinking. Yeah, I don't know, man.
There's no alcohol anywhere.
It's fermented.
It's pickled.
Wow. Okay.
Well, that was fun. That was a lot of fun. Thank you.
That's good. That's good shit.
You keep eyeing it.
I
Here,
know.
have
I keep
some.
eyeing. I'm afraid that I might get like
It's Coca-Cola.
loopy.
Oh, well,
I don't know. It's a weird mix.
just lean into it. You know, it's inevitable. The loopiness will happen no matter
No,
what.
man. I need
Okay.
to drive.
All right. Well,
Try the drink
yeah,
and
it's
let
very
us
good.
know. It's good.
Thank you so much for joining us today. That was fun.
It was fun,
Yeah.
despite the topic.
Yeah. And then, I think we can all talk about it.
Like I said, motivational.
Yeah.
Brief.
Yeah.
Yeah, why does it have to be said? It just
Just kidding. It is, but that's okay.
it
Everything,
is sad, yeah.
it's all, you know, two sides of the same coin. Is that what the phrasing is? I don't know.
We're drunk people.
So we're drunk on pickle juice and ice cream. So, yep. Thank you again for gathering and joining us today in our
Blue
chat,
corner.
in our blue corner, chit chat and snack time. We will see
Chit
you
chat and snack.
again soon.
Mm.
Like and subscribe.
Oh god.
Bye.
Bye.